After months in prison, Andrew Tate has finally been able to fight his way out of prison. Now, Tate has been able to make it out of prison in one piece, but there seems no end to the difficulties. He still has to face house arrest and can only leave if he gets judicial permission. Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to talk about Andrew Tate and what the man has to say after his harrowing time in the Romanian prison. It doesn't seem like prison has had its impact on the top G, but still, prison has its impact on even the strongest of us. After being arrested on December 29 on accusations of human trafficking, rape, and creating an organized crime syndicate to abuse victims, Andrew Tate and his brother were released from a Romanian jail on home arrest following an appeal. Tristan made a brief statement before the two men were allowed to leave the Bucharest prison, in which he said the judge's decision will ultimately be vindicated. On the other hand, Tate did not say a word. Now, Tate isn't someone to shy away from the camera, so why did the man not say a word? Well, it can be said that Tate's own words had got him into trouble with the law in the first place. Oh, maybe he was showing some restraint for the cameras. He even stayed away from making videos or appearing anywhere online for that matter. But it seems that Tate has finally broken his vow of silence when he finally appeared on a podcast. In the podcast, Andrew Tate alleges that he knew a negative piece was coming from Vice, but nevertheless gave them the green light so that their biased agenda could be exposed. He recalls an interview with Piers Morgan, whom he claims originally attacked him, but ultimately received backlash from viewers. So Vice got back in touch with Andrew, saying they wanted to record a more balanced interview to make up for their earlier attack piece. Andrew claims that he went to jail because he was the focus of the Matrix propaganda. He claims that Vice published a false hit piece about them, which led to widespread backlash and destroyed their reputation. Andrew explains that Matt from Vice had been hounding him for another interview ever since he got out of jail, and he finally gives in because he sees himself as a force for good in the fight against degeneracy. He casts doubt on Matt's veracity and implicates Vice and other major news outlets in the Matrix. Well, he was doing all of this while on a call with Matt, and then even told him why he should give him an interview. Tate went on to state that he has many people asking him to give them an interview, and that these people are much more accomplished than him, and that by giving Matt the interview, Tate had actually made Matt into something, and why should he do it for a second time, especially after the earlier one? Matt tries to convince him that they have a history, to which Tate responds that Matt only has a history of dishonest journalism. Tate continues the conversation by demanding a box of chocolates from Matt before he will even think about agreeing to an interview. Upon Tate's request, Matt promises to consult with higher-ups and report back. Tate makes a snarky remark about the situation, hinting that if Matt gives in to the chocolate demand, he will have a better chance of securing the interview. He makes fun of the idea of journalists sending him chocolates and seems pleased with the turn of events, in which Vice initially depicted him unfavorably, but is now seeking another interview. Tate even says that he also might be expecting a call from BBC and that they could probably even send him some better quality ones. Well, leave it to Tate to make the best of even the most controversial situations. After all, the man's name was literally dragged through the mud and he still has his fair share of enemies, and we are not just talking about the ones you see on the internet. It also seems that some people in power are also not appreciative of the top G, especially considering how his trial went and the fact that the police also confiscated his fleet of supercars. While that move was just plain bad, you do not take away a man's ride from him, and Tate had one of the best collections as well. Other than the interview, Tate has also said some other things, including, "I have no resentment in my heart for the country of Romania, or anybody else. I just believe in the truth. I believe in God and that the fire of truth will eventually burn the lies." Tate went on to maintain his innocence, claiming that he had no doubt the court would exonerate him. The social media star also revealed the initial steps he will do toward his freedom. Tate claimed, "When I was in jail, I did 7,417 push-ups. I'd like to reach 10,000. Well, leave it to him to continue his fitness regimen even in prison. He also states that this had an effect on his mental health. He claims to be worn down and sleep deprived all the time, and that stress and anxiety have caused him to lose weight. Tate added that the restrictions imposed by his house detention are hampering his attempts to resume his regular activities. His training schedule has been derailed, and he is confined to his house save for necessary medical checkups. The kickboxer has expressed a desire to return to competition, but has been unable to do so due to the rules currently in place. Re-entry into society after incarceration is challenging for many formerly incarcerated individuals. Depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder are just some of the mental health issues that have been linked to incarceration. People who have recently been released from jail need help and guidance as they reintegrate into regular life. But regular life for Tate hasn't begun since he is still forced to endure house arrest. At least 500,000 people have followed Andrew Tate on Twitter since he was released from police custody. One tweet of his stated, "The world makes a lot more sense once you understand that most people don't even want to be free." Prosecutors in Romania have filed accusations against the 4 defendants, but the investigation is ongoing and the case has not yet gone to trial. According to the prosecution, the Tate brothers allegedly seduced their victims into joining them in their crime by seeming to be interested in a romantic relationship or marriage. As a result, the victims were forced to create pornographic content for popular social media platforms, from which the perpetrators reaped substantial cash rewards. Tristan Tate's son was born after he was arrested, and the Tate brothers have lived in Romania for some time now. Romanian authorities, throughout the course of their investigation, have seized many of the Tate brothers' possessions, including an extensive collection of high-end automobiles, as we mentioned earlier. Well, this collection also included a Bugatti. Cue the famous line, "What color is your Bugatti?" It was reported in a Romanian court document from January that one woman was recruited from the United Kingdom and brought to Romania with the goal of sexual exploitation by Andrew Tate. Tate was a contestant in the UK's Big Brother in 2016, but he was kicked off the program after a video surfaced of him assaulting another contestant. He then took to social media to spread his divisive beliefs, but was quickly banned for his sexist and racist comments. After Elon Musk, a billionaire originally from South Africa, purchased Twitter, Tate was reinstated and given access to his 5.5 million followers. So that was all the time we had today, folks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel and do hit the bell icon on your way out. See you all next time.